You sure do like to share your opinions, talking big like somebody's listening. Nobody's listening.
Max! Oh!
Hit the ignition. Now you listen. Hop up in the window. Smaller and smaller, you fade down. Hop up in the window.
Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to AFL Tips. Here we are. I got 5, just like last round, I believe, but obviously it's only 7th round. It's only a 7-game round, so I'll take it, I guess. But I still want to see more than 5, considering I've had some really bad weeks recently. I had a decent start to the season, and it's gone downhill. Even though 5 out of 7 is actually pretty good, I kind of wish it was a little bit different, a little bit more than just a 5. But I'll take what I can get. 5 out of 7 is still something, ain't it? So yeah, but this number should still be higher if only I wasn't taking too many risks. So I took risks in the wrong places. That was the problem. When I take risk, I get it wrong. I see the wrong risks to take. There's always a risk to take that pays off, and this year I've got none of those. So that's where that's going wrong. I always try to tip at least one that's like not really a favorite, and it just almost always backfires. It is what it is. Western Bulldogs St Kilda. I said 19 points because I thought it'd be closer than people thought it would be. I was clearly very wrong. They smashed them. Western Bulldogs are good at that. They're good at beating teams that are below them. Well, maybe a couple exceptions here and there, but generally speaking, they batter teams below them, and they're a very good attacking team. There's a reason their percentage is so high. Obviously, you can't see it here, but they got a very good percentage. They're very good at attacking. They can really cause a lot of problems. I think they showed that at GMHBA against Geelong, but they couldn't win the game, and they couldn't win it because they couldn't kick straight. And I think that was a missed opportunity for them, not only to like get in the 8 and like show how strong they were, but to just show that they could win a big game as well, because at the moment they're known for beating teams below them. They really could have beaten Geelong. They had Geelong by the neck, but when you kick, how many behinds was it? Was it 7? It was at least 17, I think. When you kick that many behinds, there's only so much you can do, you know. I think I was going to use the term sleeping giant, but I don't think that fits them. But I think if they really, really switch on, they can beat a lot of teams in the 8, but they're just not there yet. Because they've shown that they can be there in other games, just not enough in the games against the 8. And I think that could change soon. They play good football. So they just got to play with more confidence, kick straight, and they can hit high scores against, you know, better teams than St Kilda. But at the moment, you know, their fixture list is okay. I think most of the games they got upcoming in the next few weeks are against teams below them. So I think they'll get wins there. But back end of the season, they need to show like, okay, let's start beating teams in the 8 now. So we'll see about that. Hawthorn v Adelaide. Hawthorn, another team that I think, obviously they're my team, my Hawks. I think we should do better against teams above us as well. We've now beaten Adelaide, which is good. We didn't play that well. In the first half, they dominated us, and I think we were lucky not to be further behind. But we had a good second half, and in the last quarter, we clutched up. We finally took the lead for the first time, a few minutes left. They scored straight away to go back ahead, but we managed to win it right at the end. Babio Cho, shout out to him. He stopped a potential Adelaide attack. Any chance they had of going forward was thwarted by him. That was an incredible interception. So, yeah, brilliant from him. We managed to get the job done, which is good. We got a bow round now. Hopefully you come back with confidence against North Melbourne. But yeah, I'm happier now because I thought, like, before the Gold Coast game, I thought we've not been tested enough yet. Apart from the Giants win, we've not been that impressive. We've beaten teams that are not consistent, teams that are down near the bottom. We've not really had impressive wins apart from the Giants one. That's what I said before the Gold Coast game. Then we lost to Gold Coast. Then we lost again. Then we lost again. Collingwood, 50 points that they smashed us by. I was just like, maybe we're just not that good. Since then, we've smashed the Bulldogs and we've beaten Adelaide, so looking a bit better now, of course. Still only beaten 2 teams in the 8. It was 3 teams in the 8, but obviously Dogs have slipped down now. We need to get more wins like that. Obviously, we've not performed against Collingwood, Brisbane or Geelong. Although Geelong, I think, were a bit unlucky. I think Geelong deserved to win that game. It's just that we had a lot of shots against Geelong. We had enough scoring shots to win that game, but we missed a lot of shots. Similar to Western Bulldogs against Geelong. We had a lot of shots in that game on Easter Monday. Couldn't convert them. That's not an excuse. It's just that we weren't good enough at that part of the game. And Geelong missed a lot of shots as well. It wasn't just us. But I think we had enough scoring shots in that game to actually steal that win. And we didn't lose by that much in that game. Against the Lions and Collingwood, that was quite a big margin. But Geelong wasn't a big margin. Like, I think we could have had them on another day. But it's another one of those things. Like, you can lose by a few points, lose by 50 points. A loss is still a loss. Obviously, percentage matters, but for the most part, a loss is a loss. We need to improve that part. So there you go. I'll talk a bit less about the rest of the games. Brisbane, obviously not having a good season since that North draw. I just don't know what they're doing right now. I think they're going through a rough patch. I think they'll be back, but at the moment that rough patch is continuing. The Giants got a very good win. They won there last year as well, has to be noted. Brisbane on like a 10-game win streak, I believe. The Giants beat them at the Gabba last year towards the end of last season. Obviously Brisbane got their revenge in the finals. But yeah, another impressive win for the Giants away at the Gabba. Could this be them getting back on track? We shall see, because they've been very inconsistent this season. Certainly not as good as a lot of us thought they'd be. Geelong smashing Essendon. Probably the least surprising thing about the round. I mean, did anyone not see? I mean, maybe the margin might surprise you, the scoreline, but the result, I don't think that should surprise anyone, to be honest, especially based on the last round and this season as a whole. North losing to Freo by 6 points. This whole Perth deal thing is just crazy to me. Played 2 games of WA against both WA teams. You're just giving yourself two extra away games, even though they actually build as home games. It's very weird. They actually played well for a lot of it, though. It's just that Freo managed to do really well in certain parts of the game that got them the win. North were very good coming back towards the end, but Freo managed to still snatch it at the end. Just a really poor night all round for North. I think they could have beaten them. They really could have beaten them. They played better for a lot of that game, but it is Freo came out on top, so fair play to them. Another of my incorrect tips, along with Brisbane. I tipped Melbourne against Port. I thought, Melbourne might be able to do something. Nope, I was wrong. I should have tipped Port, though. I don't know why I didn't. I think I tipped them to take a risk. I don't think I did it with the mindset of, I think Melbourne will win. Because I'm thinking to myself, there's no way I thought that at it Oval. I think I tipped them to take a risk, I think. But I actually can't remember now, even though I recorded the video last week. Carlton against West Coast, not really surprising. I think West Coast could have beaten them. I think it's possible it could have happened. But Carlton winning is not a surprise to me at all, to be honest. So, yeah, Carlton by 30. I'm glad I did not wake up for that one, to be honest. But yeah, there you go. I'm looking forward to next round as well. That was the last. I mean, that was really a night game. That was like an hour and a half before a night game, but it was close to a night game. The last Sunday night game was Carlton Essendon. There's no more Sunday night games this season unless Round 24 has one, which I highly doubt. Although Round 24 on Sunday, I'll actually be out all day anyway, so I won't be available on that day regardless. Hopefully the Saturday game will be a big one. Fremantle, Essendon. This is a pretty big game. I don't trust Fremantle, but I trust Essendon even less than Fremantle. Fremantle to win by 9 points. This could be a game of many errors, similar to North v Freo, but maybe worse. But I think Freo will win. Geelong, I think, will beat Brisbane. I don't think Brisbane have a chance there. I think with current form as well. Obviously, form isn't everything, but I just can't see the Lions getting up and winning here. So Geelong to get their revenge for the Gabba loss. Carlton, I think, will beat North, unfortunately. I'd prefer North win this game, to be honest. But Carlton will be way too good for them. Port Adelaide v Sydney. I'm going to say Port Adelaide. I don't trust Sydney enough. They've been inconsistent. I don't trust Port either. They've been inconsistent. I'm just giving it home advantage. I am not too sure, though, to be honest with you. I'm really not too sure. I think Sydney can definitely win, but I'll tip Port Adelaide. So far, I've tipped all favourites though. So right now, if I change one, it'll be Sydney. Collingwood v St Kilda. Collingwood. Again, nice and easy. If the Saints win, then fair enough. But I can't see it. I just can't see it. The Giants, I think, will beat Gold Coast. I wouldn't rule Gold Coast out. I wouldn't say they can't win. You know, the Giants definitely are beatable. But I'm going to go for the Giants having confidence after the win they just had. And after the loss they had at Canberra, I think they're going to want to make a statement. And to make a statement, you beat a team in the 8s comfortably, even if it's at your home ground. So I think the Giants to win. I'm going to back them to have the confidence to win. And the Western Bulldogs to beat Richmond comfortably. So, yeah, they'll score over 100 points. Yeah, that's my prediction for them specifically. So yeah, there you go. Those are my tips. So as you can see, I've tipped all favourites. I've tipped all home teams. Is that fun? No, it's not. You know me. I like to have some more fun. I like to take a risk. I like to be calculated with what I think. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I like to waffle as well. I like to mess around, you know, even if I get it wrong, you know, there's a bit of fun in taking a risk, especially when you're not betting yourself, you're not putting money on it, you're just predicting it for fun. What you do is, you change one of them around, and you tip Sydney. Yes, I'm tipping Sydney to beat Port Adelaide at Oval. There you go. I always take a risk. It'll be so funny now if Port Adelaide win by like 90 points, and the winning underdog is flipping Richmond or something. Like, that's something that would happen to me. Or somehow Essendon win. After the siren kick, Gold Coast have won away at the GWS Giants. Oh, anything can happen, mate. Anything can happen. But, yeah, we shall see how this all goes down, mate. We shall see how this all goes down. I think I spent more time talking about my round 14 tips than tipping round 15, but I don't have much to say apart from what I just said, to be honest. But go Hawks. Hopefully this round is good for us. Obviously we're not playing, so we can just sit back and watch. And hopefully I'll be live on my main channel on Friday. I will not be doing this game because the game... so there's a significance about this time. Normally Thursday, Friday, Saturday night games, they're at like 10:35 a.m, 10:20 a.m, 10:40 a.m, sometimes even 10:50. I can do 10:50. That's quite rare now though, to be honest. It used to be all the time 10:50 on Friday night especially, or Thursday. But yeah, 10:25, 10:35, just around that time, between 10:20 and 10:40. Usually 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's usually one of those start times for an AFL game. But 11:10, that's a significant difference. Why? If it's 10:40, bear in mind, I always work Thursday and Friday. I always work Thursday and Friday. Saturdays, every 3 Saturdays, I work 2 of them. On top of that, I do have 2 Sundays off every 3 Sundays. So that's the balance with the weekends. This weekend I'm fully off, to be fair. But I'm never off Thursday or Friday. So on Thursday or Friday, game at 10:40, fine. I can watch the game. I can watch it live. At halftime, I say, see you guys, I'm going to come back for the second half. I go take a shower. Then put my work clothes on. Well, not all of it, but I put my trousers, my vest. Then I sit back down and watch the rest of the game. Then I end the stream shortly after, put on the rest of my clothes, get on the bus, and I'm off to work. Nice and simple. Even if it was like 10:50, I could do that. 11:10, there is 0 chance I could watch the entire game and get to work on time. 0 chance. I got to get the bus to work. If I was getting a lift, that would be easier, but I don't get a lift to work. I'd have to get the bus. So, I'd have to leave it like 3/4 time. I don't want to stream if I have to leave it 3/4 time. I don't want to do that stream. So, Freo Essendon will not be streamed live because of the timing. If this time was on this Saturday when I'm off, it actually would have been fine because I would have been available. I got no work on that day. But I got work, so I'm just going to stream on Friday and Saturday. So, I shall see you then. Hopefully. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it